Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, and shares. Guys, this is a message for the water signs this morning. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And they told me to do it a little differently this morning, and I pay attention to what my spirit guides and angels are telling me. So, first of all, I want to tell y'all they had me lay out the cards first. Okay? And we've got your message here on the table. Then they gave me a 444 message. Okay? I looked up 444. 444 means new foundation. Your angels are talking to you, and there's new stability going forward. So, guys, this is people that are already figuring out that their gifts are in, and you're figuring out how you want to go about using them to the best of your ability. Rather you're wanting to be in service to others, rather you're trying to help yourself and figure out some things, right? Rather you're trying to help some other people. So I'm just going to tell y'all what we've got on the table here with the cards, and then we're going to go into the 444 message from your angels and spirit guides. So, guys, first of all, we have Ride the Wave. And this is talking about, to me, this card's already telling me about being, your spiritual gifts have already come in. And even if you're figuring out how some of them work, you are now on your spiritual path. Okay? And they're talking to me about, as you go forth on your journey into the future, that be open to everything that comes into you, all the signs, all the synchronicities, all the messages that you get. Ride the wave of your intuition, of everything coming in that helps you understand where you're going and how you're supposed to use your gift, okay? And the reason why I say that is because then we have coming to life. We have that going from the old into the new. Here's your spark, where you're talking to other people, seeing other people, where you're really excited about what you see, that your gifts are, that what your journey is, and how you're wanting to go forward with it, okay? And it's talking about being excited about the here and now of where you're going in the near future. And guys, I think that's really awesome, okay? But they're saying that, pay attention to your inner compass, because your spirit guides and angels, they are not going to lead you astray. Wherever you're told to go, whatever signs and synchronicities come in, they're saying, listen to those, because they're giving you messages on where you're going. And there's a rainbow there, guys, in this little light coming out of here. They're saying this divine spark in you is now shining really, really bright. And I know from personal experience here recently, I couldn't figure out why I kept seeing this new friend that used to live here. And every time I see him, I'd be like, what is it about him? I keep, what keeps drawing me in about him? Well, guys, that's that spark. Okay. So maybe some of you are meeting some new people. You're seeing that spark between you and them. Everything's lightening up. And it's bringing in some kind of a new journey for you. And you have to decide if you're going to commit to this or not. Okay? And if you decide to commit to this journey, everything's going to open up for you even more. And as you go along, you're going to figure out what it is exactly you're supposed to be doing. And it's going to create a lot of movement for you. Okay? Because then we have the movement card. All right? So this is talking about no matter how you do the movement, rather, and they're pointing out air. So rather you're online, you're either talking to people, or you're actually going somewhere else, that there's going to be movement now. Because now that you have this understanding, you're figuring out what it is you're supposed to be doing. And once you figure that out, you're starting to move. Okay? Now, at the same time, they're also talking about the dry desert. They're saying this is the time to be resilient. Don't get all caught up in your head if things don't move as fast as you feel like they should, because they're not always going to. So you have to be resilient and wait for the universe to open things up, for the light to come in, for you to see where you're going. Okay? So if it feels like it doesn't come in right away, don't get upset. Just realize that it's coming. Okay? Then we have deep freeze. And this card is telling me about having to sometimes stop and figure out what some of the details are, because we have details coming up next. And you might have to do some meditation. You might have to ask your spirit guides and angels, where are we going? And paying attention to the messages that they give you, because they're not going to steer you wrong, guys. They're going to tell you, they're going to bring in for you where you need to go and what you need to be doing. Now, as like a little separate message, they're telling me some of you may have some things you're not quite seeing yet. And until you see them and figure them out, the bone collector, she's going to hold on to them for you until you figure them out. Don't worry if they don't come in right away. If there's some things, like maybe you get part of the message, but not all of the message, it will come. And she's here to promise you that she will hold it for you until you figure it out. Okay? She's also talking about some of you may have a wound from the past that you're still trying to figure out what it is to let go of it. Guys, write down any past wound that's holding me back. Write it on a piece of paper and set it on fire. Throw the ashes to the wind. Because you don't want to get stuck in things of the past. Okay? You want to go forward. Now that you're getting all these gifts in, you're wanting to see what new exciting things coming in for you for the future. Okay? So don't let that hold you back, because then you can make the choice of where you want to go with your life. And there's pointing this out that there's 2 doors here. Guys, it's what you make of it. So figure out what you want to do, where you want to go. Your angels and spirit guides have your back. And don't stress out about it, because there are no wrong turns. No matter how you decide to go on your journey, there's something new and exciting for you to find. There's ways for you to help people, ways for you to help yourself. There's all kinds of different opportunities coming in. You just have to be resilient. Sometimes you might have to wait a little bit, okay? Because then it's going to bring in transformation and peaks of joy as you go along the journey. Because you've already done the heavy lifting. Now you just have to wait for the universe to put things into place for you, okay? Guys, I think that's really awesome, because they're telling you that you have what it takes. You know what, a lot of you have figured out what your gifts are. Maybe you've heard that song on the radio and you hear one line in the song and you go, oh, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And everything becomes clear. Others of you might have to be resilient and say, okay, instead of being all going, okay, what's next? Some of you might just have to stop and wait for the universe to put a detail into place for you to be able to go forward. So they're saying, don't be in a hurry. Everyone is on their own spiritual journey. Okay? So then I asked other people's spirit guides and angels to give me some more clarity, so that would help some of you know if this message is for you or not, if some of this doesn't resonate. Okay? And they gave me a 4444 message. Okay? So what we have here is, again, and this has to do with riding that wave. A lot of your gifts have come in and you have started to figure out some things, and it's no longer a secret to you. You're like, okay, I've figured out a lot of this. I know what my spiritual journey is, and I'm really happy about it. And it gives you strength in a lot of ways, okay? Because you're figuring out how you want to move forward. You're figuring out what your strengths and weaknesses are, okay? And then we've got IWAS, and it's talking to me about letting some of the things in the past go that no longer serve you, because you are listening to the messages from them and you're figuring it out of where you're going on your path, because your gifts are already in. And so because of that, then we get rewards for effort and a strong foundation, which the angel message also talks about in the 444. Guys, you are no longer the same person you were a month ago, 2 months ago. Guys, my gifts have come in the past year and a half. Me and my friend were talking. Neither one of us are the same person we were a year and a half ago. I guarantee you, you are not either. You have a much stronger foundation now. You have figured out a lot of things. You have come to yourself. You have grown. You are definitely a different person now. And now this is going to create a lot of more flow for you. All right? And a lot of new birth. Because we have the Burka rune then. And then we have new partnerships, new gifts, new advice, wisdom, messages from your ancestors pointing you to where you need to go. You just need to pay attention and wait for some of those signs to come in. Because then we have, here you are in your chariot. Other people may or may not be climbing on with you. Some of you will get into new groups. That's also what Athela talks about. Rather at home or somewhere else. Because Athela can mean homeland too, but it can also mean new foundations and how you have grown and changed over time. And then we have movement and breakthrough of the process of self-change and spiritual attainment. Okay? So a lot of you are figuring it out, and y'all are seeing the signs and synchronicities. Okay? The other thing I'm doing, guys, is after giving these messages, I'm kind of taking the time to look this over to see what, because they've been giving me so many little extra messages for people after the reading's over. So I'm just going to look at this for a little bit and see what other messages that they're giving me that are for certain ones of you. I know a lot of you are really excited about, they're talking about some of you may have an idea for a new business that you want to start. And now you know some people that you can go in on it with, people that you trust. Or maybe you find something online that you decide to join that's going to help you to realize more details and where else you're going. Some of you, they're saying, are being called to move to move to another place, because where you're at, you're not meant to stay there. You're meant to move and go somewhere else where it might be a little bit harder to use your gifts while you wait for everything else to move into place. But that's what you need to do. They're also talking about some of you need to take your time for them to move into place some other details to help you figure out. They're showing me somebody move on, somebody that was going to, okay, so they're saying someone that was going to move one direction, somewhere in the planning, they figured out, no, I need to go this way by remote viewing. So somebody that has remote viewing skills saw a place where they were moving somewhere and they saw or heard something or had a psychic dream about. Now they're being told, no, we want you to move over here. So they're saying you're going to move somewhere else than where you originally thought you were going to move. Take that how it resonates, guys. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Now they're pointing out the bone collector to me. They're saying some of you, they're saying some of you are getting messages for other people. And when you join a group, these other people, you're going to find people that you have information for that you didn't know you had. Wow, how huge is that? So some of you have messages for other people that you don't know you do, they're saying. And they're saying it's going to take some time. Some of you are going to hold messages in your subconscious or in your soul growth that are meant for other people in some sort of way, who are still, they're saying, in the process of making the choice of which direction they want to go. So guys, take that as it resonates. That is for a message for someone. See, they're showing the time. They're saying some of you are actually holding something for other people, and you don't know who they are. They're pointing out the mask. But when you join another group or in some way, shape, or form going into the future, because they're pointing out both of these, something to do with fertility. So, well, that's kind of a strange one, but I'll tell them. So guys, they're also saying some of you they're saying something about a fertility clinic. Someone may have an intuitive hit at a clinic that they work for, and someone that thinks they can't get pregnant has some kind of an issue that when they get there, after the testing, the doctors will tell them something, but then you're going to tell them something on an intuitive level that you've picked up, that they're going to go, wow, something that they're eating, drinking, or doing that is not conducive to childbearing, that you're going to know that they're not going to know. And you're going to tell them, you're going to be the light that opens up, that they're going to realize something they're doing they're saying something about yeast infections. I'm not trying to be gross, guys. I'm just telling you what they're telling me. So this has something to do with somebody that works in a clinic or as a health professional somewhere that is getting intuitive hits, that shortly in the next 6 months, they're saying, or in the next, they're pointing out the little white things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the next 9 months, some of you are going to, and my ear's going off too, some of you that work with women or work in a clinic, you're going to have some kind of, okay, they're giving me 2 messages. Some of you are going to have a message for someone regarding pregnancy, okay, on an intuitive level. And some of you that work in some kind of clinics or something are going to have some kind of messages for nutrition or something for some children. Guys, take that how it resonates. A lot of healers are in healthcare professions. Guys, take that how that resonates. That's for somebody. They keep pointing out these doors to me. Let me see these doors here, guys. They're saying something about earth healers and something about psychic mediums, spirituality. and wisdom. And they're talking about angels. I'm trying to pull it in, guys. So, well, what else? What exactly? Again, I'm picking up a sub-message of some of you have a choice of which way you want to go with your gifts, and it's not going to matter which. You need to choose which one's going to make you the happiest. And your angels and your spirit guides and your intuitive side is telling you to use your intuition to make the best choice for you that you think is going to bring you the most fulfilling, most happiness. Either choice will make you happy, but one's going to make you a little bit happier. You need to listen to your angels and spirit guides and look at the signs and synchronicities they're saying. And use your intuition. Because some of you could actually go either way, or even combine the two, they're saying. Take that how that resonates, guys. All right, guys. That's what I have for you this morning. Guys, this is an awesome message. Take it how it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everybody. And there were quite a few different sub-messages in there. I'm just looking over the cards one more time to see if there's anything else they're wanting to point out. They're saying some of you might move over water. Some might move to a drier area. Some of you might move to a colder area. They're saying some of you are going to be doing movement. Rather, it's physical, emotional, mental. Lots of different ways movement can happen, guys. Take it how it resonates. All right, this is what I have for you this morning. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're saying some of these healthcare professionals are a lot of Pisceans and Cancers. Very nurturing and very psychic or very intuitive. They're pointing out the ghost lands again. They're saying, don't freeze up. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, guys. Don't overthink it. It's in the details. It's little things. It's the little things that are going to bring more spark, open up more things. Some of the little details concerning the choices. You're overthinking it. Go with your intuition, guys. They're pointing out how she's moving across this desert and there's cactuses. There is... which is, well, to me, a cactus is like a water sign because they hold water, right? So they're saying, listen to your intuition. You are headed towards the light. Ride the wave. Guys, one other thing. They're saying if you live near the water, that the water talks to you somehow, and so do what's in it, they're saying. They're pointing out the dolphins. Dolphins are very human-loving. They love humans. They are also very intuitive. They are close-knit families. They move a lot. They move in pods. So some of you may find happiness in being near the ocean, or maybe even moving from one ocean. Some of you might move from the East Coast to the West Coast to the East Coast. Some of you may move to an island, they're saying, where there's a lot of more connection with the water life there. That will speak to you. Maybe, they're saying turtles too. Some of you may decide to move somewhere where there's turtles because you have a thing for turtles and you have an intuitive ability to help them, or you know when they need help. They're showing me a girl running across the beach because the turtles are coming in to lay their eggs and some of the babies can't get to the water. And you know when this happens and you get up in the middle of the night to go help save some of the babies to at least get them in the water because of the birds, they're saying. Guys, take that how it resonates. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you. This is a 444 message for the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios. Guys, be a light in the darkness. Be a hero. Be your own hero. Listen to your intuition. What is speaking to you this morning? Where do you want to go? There are no wrong turns. How do you want to use your gifts? How do you want to expand? What new signs and synchronicities are coming into that you might need to revisit? What signs by the side of the highway have you seen that you've never seen before? What's that person that you keep running into in the grocery store line everywhere you go in town? You might want to stop and have a conversation, they're saying. Yes, for several of you, they're saying several of you might want to stop and have a conversation with someone you keep seeing in town. That's what happened to me. They tell me, they're saying, yes, talk about you a little bit. Tell them about what you've experienced so they know some other things. So guys, pay attention to that. All right, guys. There's probably going to be more coming in, but it'll kind of shift out, change out through. If any major messages come in, I will add them to another reading. If I might even do some small uploads to talk about other things they've been telling me lately. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share, guys. I hope I'm bringing some clarity to a lot of you. And I also have uploaded a video about clairaudient and how I've been seeing how differently it works in different people that might bring some information that you need. Until next time, follow your compass, guys.